But yes. Minfilia? My dear girl, Minfilia? A meeting with an Ishgardian ambassador, by all means, I think a wonderful idea. I have received no reports of etheric disturbances or unusual beast tribe activity of late. If Alphanod believes your presence may help him and secure more favorable terms, I see no reason to deny him. Antecedent. I take it Machias has explained the situation. He has, yet welcome though these overtures are, I cannot help but wonder what prompted them. The Ishgardians have spurned all contact with the other city-states for decades. Why reach out now? But that I knew, the question of their motives is one to which I have given no small amount of thought. Alas, I know no more than is generally known. The notoriously reclusive nation of Ishgard, situated at the center of Abalathia's spine, ruled by the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, at the head of which presides the Archbishop. Members of the original Eorzean alliance formed in the wake of Alamigo's fall some 2 decades ago. Friends of convenience who withdrew from the alliance as soon as the Imperial fleet was routed at the Battle of Silvertear Skies. Since which time their borders have remained closed to all outsiders. They have rejected every one of their former allies' calls to reopen dialogue, turning a deaf ear to their neighbors' pleas even with the calamity loomed at large. And on the fields of Cardano, where brave men and women laid down their lives in defense of the realm, their banners were conspicuously absent. I've tried to convince Ishgard to rejoin the alliance at every opportunity. I have explained over and over again that unless Eorzea stands united, we cannot hope to preserve our freedom. One by one our nations will fall, as once fell Alamigo. Won't have mine efforts yielded. Why not? Really, this can be considered a step in the right direction. I should hope so. Rather than the lowly messengers we have been fobbed off within the past, this time we shall meet with a man of genuine influence. Of course, I am not so naive as to think that they come to us out of the goodness of their hearts. We have something they desire, though I have yet to find out what. Probably me. But such is the nature of diplomacy, they will bring their agendas to the negotiating table, and so will I, along with a handful of uncontrovertible truths. The Empire will soon be at our doorstep once more. Indeed, you may be assured that I will expound upon this point and others. Let us depart for Camp Dragonhead Machias. Our old friend Lord Haurchefant is expecting us. Since our quest to recover the Enterprise, I understand you have further ingratiated yourself with the man. Excellent work. His fondness may prove useful to our cause. Alright. Machias, ever a welcome sight. Our hearths have been stoked to blazing in preparation for your arrival. It would not do for such a distinguished personage to catch cold whilst enjoying our hospitality. The gesture is much appreciated. I fear I shall ever struggle in cold climes. Ah, good Master Elfinod, an honor as always. I mean, if you dressed appropriately, god damn. Likewise, Lord Horsefont, give us yet another imposition. I fear we have relied overmuch on your aid since you so generously assisted us in locating the Enterprise. Nonsense. Any debts incurred have long since been repaid. Besides, who can say what the future may bring? Us Forton may even seek the aid of your newly formed Crystal Braves. In any case, I am simply delighted that the Holy See is at last willing to grant you an audience. No doubt your discoveries at Snowcloak helped to justify the decision. The recent resurgence in heretical activity is of grave concern to us all. To the matter at hand, Sir Amaric arrived in Camp Dragonhead earlier, and I am told he is eager to meet with you at first convenience. You are doubtless weary from your journey and desirous to rest a while the warmth of our hearth. But if you are willing to forego such comforts, pray inform the knight stationed outside the intercessory. He will grant you entrance and send word to the other attendees. As inviting as your hearse sounds, I think it's best we proceed to the intercessory forthwith. Stoic nod. We've been expecting you, sir. Pray take your ease inside, and I shall summon the others.
Have faith, my friend. You need only state your case with confidence and clarity.
They actually look really cool.
Commander Leveilleur, it is both an honor and a pleasure to meet you. I am Emeric, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights.
Alphinaud Leveilleur, at your service.
Alphinaud.
Your reputation precedes you, Sir Emeric. I think we will find that we have much in common.
Speaking of reputations, yours towers over us all. Does it not?
It does indeed, Lord Commander.
I am not too proud to admit that I have followed your activities with an interest bordering on fascination. Full glad was I to learn that you would be joining us. Now then, shall we begin?
Full glad.
We know full well that the Garleans will return in force ere long. What is more, we have yet to achieve a lasting victory over the Primal Menace. The Beast Tribes continue to summon their gods, and each incarnation is stronger than the last. Ishgard is not immune to these threats. I must reiterate that it would behoove your nation to rejoin the Eorzean Alliance.
Once again, I must respectfully disagree.
On what grounds?
Despite their presence in Kurthus, the Ixal do not concern us. Their territorial claims pertain to Gridanian lands, and it is the people of Gridania whom they harry. Consequently, the Holy See judges this to be a Gridanian affair, and Ishgard does not intervene in the internal affairs of other nations. Even were that not the case, our forces are wholly committed to the Dravanian conflict. We have not the knights to spare. As for the Garleans, we are not ignorant of history. We have observed the rise and expansion of the Empire, and we agree that it is only a matter of time before they resume their campaign in Eorzea.
Then surely it would be in our best interests to present a united front.
Mayhap one day, but not yet. Gaius van Belsar is dead, and the legion of conscripts he left behind lacks the will to fight. We think it highly unlikely that they will emerge from behind the walls of their castra for some time.
Forgive me, but if Ishgard's position has not changed, why did you agree to this meeting?
It was not only as a representative of Ishgard that I came here.
Pardon?
It is not within my power to change Ishgardian policy, regardless of my personal feelings. There is, however, one area in which I may exert a measure of influence. Concerns have been raised over the supplies House Fortin has offered to Revenant's Toll. These have led to calls for restrictions on the provision of aid to foreign powers. I can ensure that the shipments continue unabated.
What are you getting at, Imeric?
Sir Emmerich, we would be in your debt.
No, you would not, for I require something in exchange. Of late, there has been a flurry of Dravanian activity, the purpose of which was not immediately clear. However, our astrologians have since observed alarming changes in the heavens. The dragon star waxes unnaturally bright, and there are whispers that it portends the resurrection of Midgard-Sorma.
The fallen guardian of Silvertear Falls? That's absurd.
Full many times have I gazed upon the dragon's corpse still wound around the Agrius, and wondered how different our world might be if it yet lived to plague the skies. I do not know, and I do not wish to know, nor does any son of Ishgard. Yet the mere presence of Dravanian forces is not sufficient grounds to send knights to Mordona, whatever our astrologians say. As I told you before, we have not the forces to spare.
But we do. So you will intervene on our behalf if we agree to watch over the Keeper of the Lake.
Do you accept these terms?
I do. I will see that you are kept abreast of any developments. I regret that we could not come to a similar agreement on other matters, but I understand that you are not at liberty to make such decisions. Nevertheless, I hope that what we have accomplished here today will serve to demonstrate to your countrymen that we can work together towards a common goal. Mayhap one day we shall look back on this moment as the first step towards a united Eorzea.
Mayhap we shall, Commander.
What is the meaning of this?
The caravan, my lord. It's been attacked. It was Iceheart, my lord.
What? By the Fury? All our precautions were for naught?
Gotta keep looking good, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just when we were starting to make progress. And to make matters worse, the caravan they spoke of was bound for Revenant's Toll of all places. Honestly, were I so inclined, I should think the gods were conspiring against us. Happily, however, I am not. I would know more of this attack. Let us speak with Lord Haurchefant and find out what he has learned. My sincerest apologies for the interruption, my friends, but the situation is such that we must act swiftly. If you would be so kind as to elaborate. Why is she here? Iceheart's heretics fell upon the caravan, bound for Revenant's Toll, as it was passing through Boulder Downs. It was an ambush, swift and ruthless. In an instant, every knight was slain. Every crate seized, then as quickly as they had appeared, they were gone. It would be an impossible feat without knowledge of the route, knowledge to which only select few are privy, I presume. Quite. We can pursue that avenue of inquiry in due course. It seems to me that examining the scene of the ambush should be our first concern. The trail is yet warm. We must act swiftly. As Lord Haurchefant said, lest crucial evidence be lost. You have a knack for discerning hidden truths, Machias. Why don't you go and inspect the ambush site in person? An excellent idea. Inform my men your intent upon arrival, and they will gladly share their findings. Alright! That's a really cool looking mount. We are going... Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Move along, venture. There's nothing for Lord Haurchefant bid you speak with us, and you must beg your pardon, Scion. As you can see, they left nary a crate behind. Tipped the wagon for good measure, even. The whole thing's a bit odd, if you ask me. It would have been easier to just steal it, though a damn sight harder to conceal it, I'll allow. Reckon they came prepared, probably with wagons of their own hidden away off. But pray no heed to my ramblings. Absent of proof, 'tis not but speculation. Might be as the squire receiving care at the observatorium could tell you something more factual. That is, if he's awake. Unlike myself, he was there during the attack, not that the presence amounted to much. We need to go up, I think. We marked them as lost and ill-equipped for a journey further north. Our leader called out to them and one stepped forward to answer. Slowly she approached, her silver hair flowing in the wind like melting snow. Just a young girl, I thought, some poor lost lamb. Our leader must have thought the same, else why would he let her draw so close? They exchanged some words I couldn't hear, but she leaned forward as if to kiss his cheek, and then he sighed and crumpled to the ground. I didn't know what had happened till I saw the snow turn red. And then there was red everywhere. I looked, I tried to fight, but took a blow to the head, and by the time I came to, the others were dead, and the heretics were unloading the wagon. I mean, they didn't have to kill me. They'd have to kill me, so I just lay still and listened. Iceheart's people spoke of deliverance and resurrection, and they spoke of Shiva. Ooh, Shiva. I like me Shiva. Shiva is one of the cooler primals. I like Shiva. Returned. What news have you for us? Shiva. Seems Lady Iceheart does not scruple to sully her hands with blood. Who is this Shiva the heretic spoke of? I have not read a single line of the Enchiridion, Master Alphino. Whoops, sorry. He was a traitor to kith and kin, an apostate who lay down with dragons? Now, we cannot expect all foreigners to know Ishgardian scripture so well, particularly when it concerns the patron saints of heretics. Wait, you say she is their patron saint? Oh no, it all makes sense now. Lord Harshaphant, what was the caravan's cargo? If I recall correctly, the Diamond Forge had requested a rather large quantity of crystals. Do you not see? Iceheart and her followers intend to summon Shiva as a beast tribe would a primal. Why else would they go to such lengths to secure crystals? I shall inform the Lord Commander at once, Lord Harshaphant. Do you agree that this discretion is of paramount concern? Of course. It shows we can count on you and your continued support, Master Alphino. The Sons of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to combat a primal threat. Our support is a given. I will need to send word to my brethren in Revenant's Toll. Our entire order must turn its efforts to the prevention of this summoning. Naturally, that includes you, though I am sure you would not miss this for the world. No. Woe betide the heretic who crosses Alphino Levelier, they shall feel the full force of his fury. If the helmet didn't look so bad, that set might actually look pretty cool. The persistent attacks on our caravan seemed little more than a nuisance at first. The heretics were a problem to be sure, but a relatively minor one. That was before I discerned the purpose behind their attacks, of course. Now they have my undivided attention. After apprising Winfilia of the situation, I shall summon a unit of Crystal Braves to assist. As for you, Machias, pray join me at the White Brim front. Since the incident at Snowcloak, the Knights of House Durandare have redoubled their reconnaissance efforts in the region. It is my hope that they have information which may help us determine precisely where the heretics are hiding. Given our mutual enemy, Lord Drillmont, should be eager to oblige us, I shall see you there then? Good. Okay. That is directly west. One of these is Snowcloak. I think it might be this one. Oh, Americ is here too. The Sons of the Seventh Dawn wish to join the hunt for Iceheart. Your assistance is more than welcome, my friends. Considering the report I just received, I dare say your timing could be no better. We're all ears, Lord Dromont. A band of pilgrims was seen transporting a large number of crates to the west. Their garb appears to match the description provided by the squire who survived the attack. Alas, our scouts lost track of them at Snowcloak. That selfsame frozen wall, which we speculated might conceal the heretics' hideaway. I started to do photography, but as in video game photography, you have to check out what I did recently for Monster Hunter World that came out pretty good. Yeah. You would have to post a link. Somewhere. I don't think you are, no. Wait to say the disappearance of the pilgrims and the provisions all but confirms our suspicions. I actually was looking for your name in the Discord and I didn't see it, so I was like, that's why I was like, yeah, post it somewhere. My knights will join the hunt. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you will agree that we must use every resource available to us. If you want, you can post it in the Bonfire channel. Because I don't really have a special channel dedicated to like photography or like video game photography, unless it's like a specific video game that I have under the games discussion thread forum. I mean, Bonfire would probably be the best one. I took the liberty of summoning a unit of Crystal Braves to Whitebrim Front. Given the gravity of the situation, I trust you'll agree that we must use every resource available to us. These are extraordinary circumstances, Commander. It would be in our best interest to coordinate our efforts. Such was my intent from the start, Sir Emmerich. And so it begins, my friend. Though I dare say it will prove an all too brief collaboration, Iceheart will not elude the combined forces of the Crystal Braves and the Temple Knights for long. Nevertheless, a wise man does not wager all upon the success of a single solution. There may yet be subtler means by which we can locate the heretic slayer. Mayhap Lord Dromont has one in mind. Mayhap indeed. Yes, yes, excellent. My lady, everything has been accounted for. If there is aught else you would have us do, pray speak, and it shall be done. I was this close to saying she's wearing a Crystal Braves outfit. Do we have an agent within the Crystal Braves? And then I realized that's Lady Iceheart, exactly what she wore. I was saying you could post them in the bonfire section. It's that's a general discussion section channel. However, like I don't have any specific place for video game photography, like in general. A general video game photography. I don't have a spot for that. I can look at doing that later, though. Because if there's going to be a lot of people who do... Yeah, you can just post them in there. Yeah.